want what men want as frequently as what men want, and sometimes are more sexually active or more sexually inclined than men. In the churches I grew up in, mostly Southern Baptist, if a woman admitted she had a sex drive that equaled or ran circles around her husband, the pastors would not know what to do with her. I did not know a single pastor in 7 churches that could counsel a woman that was like that. Because when you grow up in these kind of environments, how do you, in a healthy way, go from childhood to adulthood when you're not educated about factual science and anatomy? You're constantly taught that everything you think about, if you're the 99% of the world's population that's into sex and has a sex drive, you're constantly taught that it's sinful and that you can only do it after marriage. Women have a hard time flipping the switch when something's been so wrong your whole life and now it's so right. A lot of people can flip the switch. 1 out of 3 women, according to a lot of sources I've looked up, who work with women that have all forms of dysfunctions and disorders due to believing and being educated by religious dogma. Shame can cause bodily pain, PTSD, panic attacks. I've known women that couldn't consummate their marriage for 5 years due to vaginismus that was brought on and intensified by her inability to see sex as something that isn't shameful. And it's so sad because not all Christianity, but the biggest denominations of Christianity, Calvinism, Southern Baptist, they can't let women feel safe in their own skin. They can't let women see their bodies and desires as something natural and okay. They can't let women behave the way they expect men to behave, which is at home in their skin, being sexually active if they want to be, having courage, agency, and setting boundaries. If any woman in a Baptist church acted the way men do and take for granted, she would be labeled some terrible words. Our culture doesn't know what to do with women who approach their sexuality like men do. And the toxic part about religious culture is that men are praised for having positive thoughts about things, while women are villainized for just existing in the way they're supposed to exist. I had to go to therapy to undo 30 years of silence, subjugation, incorrect, infactual things, gender dynamics, learning to trust my own body and my inner voice, learning to say no, learning that marriage isn't just for having children, or because that's what comes next when you're in your 20s and 30s. Understanding that being child-free and single with no intention to date is perfectly normal. And in my opinion, half the people who are in relationships in most countries aren't having kids anyway. We've seen a record low in having kids. And now that I've left Christianity and embraced atheism, I'm starting to notice more every day how archaic, abusive,